You're listening to the post-match edition of the West Ham is Why We Drink podcast. Like hanging at the pub with your West Ham mates. On this episode, we have a special guest co-host. Plus, we bring you our reaction to the Spurs match and give you our prediction for the upcoming match versus Chelsea. Now let's join the crew of the podcast. West Ham fans who have the Samaritan Suicide Hotline on speed dial. My name's Wayne. I'm one of your hosts, and I am very, very happy today to join with us a very special guest co-host in the form of Sarah. How you doing, Sarah?
Special? You're so sweet. Yeah, I'm doing all right after that.
Oh, no, it's awful, right? I mean, of all the times I've been trying to get you on the podcast for ages to do something.
I know.
And all the time we've been doing this, and now it's like the one time you get to do it is when it's really not like a happy occasion, is it?
I mean, I do like to whinge, so I guess it's the best time to have me on.
You know what? Isn't it the Australians that say whinging poms all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we are probably. I mean, I think one thing as West Ham fans that we're really good at is moaning and complaining. But, you know, we've got a lot to moan and complain about these days, haven't we?
We absolutely do after that. My goodness.
I know. But anyway, before we go into that, let's do a little bit first about tell our wonderful audience all about the wonderful world of Sarah.
I have my lovely dad to thank. Don't know about after that match.
Nice one, Henry.
Yeah, I got to thank him for this lovely misery, as I like to call it. I wouldn't have it any other way. No, he raised me right. He taught me to say, come on your irons at the age of, 2 or 3. I would scream it in a Sainsbury's somewhere in Camberley. My mum had to run away in embarrassment and, you know.
Is Sean there with you tonight?
Yeah, Sean's in the background. He's playing Call of Duty, I think. So.
Yeah, you know what? I think we should all play that tonight. It's a shame that they don't have Call of Duty with, like, you know, managers past and present and board members in it that you could just blow their brains out every time you see them on the show. So, good God. Would you like to introduce our first segment? What was that?
What was that?
There you go. That works for me.
What was that?
It wasn't obviously as bad as Saturday. I'll give it that. I'll be somewhat of an optimist, but
it was a little bit better, wasn't it? I mean,
it was. There was some drive. Anderson didn't start, so that was a good look at first. The first 10, 12 minutes, it seemed like, you know, they were up for it, going for it.
See, I figured I thought we were going to get a 2-1 win out of this. I don't know why I thought that. Adam always busts my chops because I think with my heart instead of my head. And he just thinks with his mouth.
No, judging from those first 10, 12 minutes, I was feeling a bit confident too. I'm not 2-1 confident, maybe like a 1-0 like I predicted. You know, I was standing up, I was sitting down, standing up, sitting down.
Oh gosh, my poor little daughter was sick in the background and she was like, Daddy, could you get me something to eat? And I'm like, can I get you something to eat like as soon as this free kick is over?
Hold it, what the hell is that shit?
I'm terrible father. She's laying on the floor going, my tummy hurts, my head aches. And I'm like, but there's a free kick on, Lily. There's a free kick. Come on, what's the free kick with me, bless her? Poor little thing. So she was, well, you know, suffering as we all were.
Absolutely.
It was, you know, like you said, it was a match that, quite frankly, I thought we started off all right with it.
I'm telling you, if we had an actual striker instead of relying on Antonio, which Antonio, bless his heart, I think he did put a big effort in.
He always does, though, doesn't he? He always does.
Yeah, but if we had what, 2 strikers on the bench? Yeah.
Yeah. But instead we play 2 wingers up top.
Yeah. So no wonder. I think if we had a striker, we would have got one in.
I think Bowen did a phenomenal job. I mean, I think he's brought something to the team that it just looks like he goes for everything. And in that, was it like the 70th minute or the 80th minute? I can't remember when he smashed that one in.
He had to go, yeah.
Yeah, and it went off the stupid post, which was ridiculous.
That's just West Ham's luck, though, that post, isn't it?
I know, it is, isn't it? But West Ham's luck. And then Fornals was, I mean, he wasn't brilliant, let's be honest here. He was, and he's kind of like one of my favourite players on the team, but that's 2 games in a row now. He's missed something that he should have really
Here's the thing. I agree with you, but then I'll bring Moyes onto this.
Yeah.
I feel like Fornals, he's more of, he's supposed to be in the box, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think he can play wide. I really don't.
No, he can't play wide. They should have him like central mid, like going straight up the middle.
Yeah, because we've seen him do that a couple of times today, and he was fine, you know.
Yeah.
It would have been better if he got a goal in, but
I think he plays a better natural number 10 than Lanzini does. And when we brought in Anderson and Lanzini, I was like, oh gosh,
here we go.
I just don't know why.
No,
I mean, Anderson.
As soon as I saw that Anderson was coming on, I had to get another drink. That was too much.
I know, the man's a disgrace. I'm sorry. I just think it looks like he doesn't give a crap. He gives the ball away all the time, and then he doesn't track back. He doesn't fight to win anything.
When he does have the ball, he just half-heartedly. He doesn't even look. He doesn't. I don't know if you've noticed, but he doesn't even look up. He just looks at it, kicks it away. Let's hope it goes somewhere.
It's like he doesn't even know where it's going to. His passing is beyond pathetic.
It is, and what's frustrating to me is that we have seen him, at his full potential, and he could be. Ever since Anderson cut his hair. That's
you know what? That's it. It's the dodgy Barnet. It's the dodgy Barnet that's done it. If he'd have kept the throw going, he would have been better. But now it's like he's like Samson. He's cut his Barnet and he's bloody useless.
That's it.
It's like I can't. I've got no time for the geezer. None at all.
No, I don't. And I defended him for a while, saying, he's he just lost his confidence. He's this and that, and then. No, just his attitude. His attitude to me has been worse than Ngakia, is how you say is the defender's name from last week.
Like you don't put your dad as that Adam. Adam was like the
19-year-old defender.
Adam can't defend himself right now, so I'm just going to say Adam can't pronounce a name for squat. It was brutal. You're
going to have to practice it. Practice it in front of a mirror.
I know. And now we're never going to be able to do it again. I'm glad he's buggering off. Sod off, you ungrateful little git.
I know. No, but Anderson is old enough for me that there's no excuse for that attitude. I know there's no excuse regardless, but I feel like he has had more of a profession where he should be professional. He should be playing for the team, and he just does not give a toss about the badge.
Are we just making him a scapegoat? Because, I mean, let's face it, when did he come on? Was it the 70th minute he came on? 80th? No, 70th, wasn't it? Something like that?
Yeah, 70th.
I mean, we'd already lost a game at that point, hadn't we?
The heads were down. I feel bad given the first goal came from Souček, an own goal.
Really
and that's the thing. He played. I feel horrible for him. That's his first Premier League goal.
Yeah, and it's an own goal. It was a West Ham.
Right. There you go. But
he was better the last match. This one is like I don't think anybody really. No, I can't say anybody.
I don't know. I feel like Addison doesn't come back. He doesn't.
No,
as soon as he gets the ball, he kind of walks around with it and just waits for another player.
And he can't even say he's got the best do either, because Carlos Sanchez has got the best hairdo.
He does. You can't argue that.
I mean, and this brings me to this point. Then is it time? Is it time to just like tell this guy to pack his bags and leave and give Carlos Sanchez a shot, or is it time for Wilshere? I mean, Wilshere was never on the bench.
I know how we feel about Wilshere, right? But
squeak.
Squeak! Come on, better than
he would have done better. He would have done better than Anderson, even if Jack was out there in a wheelchair.
I agree.
He would have done.
No, I agree. He would have done all sorts of neat tricks with that Wilshere.
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. For match highlights, interviews, and the best West Ham videos and podcasts. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.
I mean, I'm not one to jump on the slagger manager bandwagon until they deserve it. And I think I'm one loss away from I've really had enough of him.
My first question is that what are his tactics? Is it to hold on to a 0-0? Because if it's to hold on to a 0-0, when the first goal concedes, it's just panic and drop head. And
don't you remember when he first started back with us? Well, what I do is win. I win. What I do is win. What I do, well, that's what I do. I win.
Oh yeah,
I win. Well, I win. What's he win it? He's probably a world champion marble player, and when I'm talking about marbles, I'm talking about his own marbles that are sitting down below his belt. That's probably all he bloody wins at.
He's lost them, brutal. Hasn't he?
Has he lost his marbles? Which marbles are we talking about? The ones in his head, or the ones further south?
Oh God!
Let's be honest. He's got no balls because he waits until the last minute to make. We got 5 substitutions, and he waits until the 80th minute and we still had a couple we could make. So
he made
I would have bought the Armaleka one. 2, right? 2.
Yeah. Just Lanzini and Anderson. No. There was a list that I found that gave West Ham's managers basically an average points and average win percentage.
Yeah.
Bottom of the barrel, bottom 3 for average points. We have Zola, Grant, and Moyes in his second run.
Good God.
In order. And then the win percentage is what is again.
Well, do you remember the last time we won? Do you remember the last time we won? I can't even remember I know it's been 100 days that we haven't had football, but I don't remember the last time we won.
When did we win last time? Wasn't it Southampton?
Yeah, 3-1 Southampton, 3-1.
Right? That was Bowen's debut goal, yeah?
Yeah. And that's the last time we won. And when was that? Was that back in 1943 or something? I don't know when it was. It feels like a wonderful dream that I had, I
will say the win percentage, I won't go, it's below Zola and Grant. The win percentage is just 18%. 1-8.
Oh, gosh almighty.
I think he's relying on Antonio like he's a second coming of Arnautovic.
No, I can see that, and I love Antonio. You said that at the pub. It's like I've got a bromance going on with Antonio. I love the guy, but
I love him too.
He was gassed, poor sod.
Thank
God we've got a week and a half until the next match with Chelsea. It's what is it, like a week from Wednesday? I think
it is, and he needs to throw that athleticism on the wing and then cross it, and hopefully if we get Haller, I'm not sure when he's coming back. I doubt next week if he's not even training yet.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
As always.
I'm depressed. I'm so depressed. I'm so incredibly depressed. I drank all day today when I should have been working.
Whoops.
That's a great. Hopefully, my boss never listens to the podcast. I've never told her about it, so I don't think she'd figure it out.
Hey, boss.
But, yeah, seriously. But I'm like, I'm over it. Is there any silver lining from this match? I mean, who would you say is your top shelf from this match?
My top shelf from this match, it's a toss-up between Declan Rice and Bowen.
Yeah, I'd agree 100% with you. You know what I think was really quite amazing, and I was watching, avidly today, and I think that Declan Rice has got better skills on the ball than friggin' Anderson has.
Absolutely. No,
he seriously has.
Yeah, out of the defenders, I think Balbuena did the job. I think... Yeah.
He surprised me. I mean, because he's rusty. He hasn't played in the first team in God knows how long. But I thought he did all right. And yeah, it's depressing all around, to be quite frank.
Yeah.
I think it's just utterly depressing, and I can't deal with it any longer. Dregs of the barrel. Who's your dregs of the barrel?
Anderson, of course. We've said it. I think we've said it already. We've said our piece. Yeah. Anderson has got to be the bottom of the bottom, and for me, Fredericks is close to there.
I think I'm past thinking right now. I think I'm brain dead. I really do think I'm brain dead.
Okay, Anderson.
It's gone. It's beyond me. The only thing you do get, the only thing that we get to choose with West Ham lately is what our poison is, and that is, for me it's usually Bailey's. Today I did the mojito, which was nice and tropical, so a little Cubano going on. So what are you drinking?
Mine today is Tito's vodka and some Topo Chico. That's my poison after experiencing that match.
Topo Chico? What the heck is Topo Chico?
Topo Chico. It's a club. You've never heard of Topo Chico?
Never bloody heard of
Oh
Topo
my
Chico.
God,
It sounds
come
like some
on.
sort of perverted thing that you do with the bird you've been with for years. You fancy a bit of
Give a
Topo
bit
Chico
of Chico.
tonight, darling?
It's just a
Oh, yeah, I could do a bit of Topo Chico. We haven't done that in a couple of weeks. Yeah, get the lube out. We're going to do some Topo Chico. It's
kind of
terrible.
like stuff.
Honestly, switch the lights off. Topo Chico time. Oh,
It's like-
get the vodka as well. We'll throw some vodka in as well. It'll be unbelievable. It will. We'll start a fire. So,
No, it's just seltzer water, club soda.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why don't you just say club soda, vodka and club, basically? You're drinking a vodka club. You
I
bloody
got-
poser. Topo
Got to be a poser. Vodka and
Good
topo.
blood. Vodka and topo. Vodka and topo. So, yeah, well, like I say, I can't really talk. I'm drinking mojitos. So,
Have you made those mojitos?
yeah, I made them in the app for Kroger when I ordered them. And they come in a little bottle. They're actually pretty good. I know it's awful. They're actually pretty good. And I've got fresh mint, so I put a couple of cubes of ice in my big tall glass and muddled the mint up at the bottom with a little bit of sugar water. Yeah, I muddled it. Well, muddled it. I
Look
stuck
at
the
you
mint in there.
calling me a poser, and you're muddling mint in a bottled mojito.
You try and say muddling mint in a bottle of mojito when you're half cut. It's ridiculous. But no, I love them. I love these little things. They're like, they go down very, very quickly. They're quite lovely.
It's the
Very,
little
very
things in life after watching that match, isn't it?
Blimey, it's all the little things in life. It's all the little things in life. Well, you know what? I think we've done West Ham to death. What do you reckon for the Chelsea match? It's the next Wednesday
God.
coming up.
Okay.
What's your prediction for that?
I will say, comparatively to Saturday, we did play better. I know that's a really low bar. You know,
Yeah.
not even the limbo champion can go under that bar. But I'm going to go with another optimistic 1-1.
1-1 against Chelsea?
Let's go for it. Sod it.
God, we need 3 points.
I know we need 3 points.
1-0 we win. Alier's
Yeah.
back.
I hope
Alier's
so.
back. Jared Bowen scores.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
1-0.
Yeah.
1-0. 1-0 win. That's what I'm going for. 1-0 win against the stupid old rent boys. So
All right, I'll get you a
a
Kroger bottle mojito if you get that.
We're doing cheers right now. Here you go. I have a drink of that right now.
What was that?
What have you been doing during this whole COVID thing,
Oh,
Sarah?
God. Well, I got the quarantine 15, as they like to say. Have you heard that?
No, what's that?
During quarantine, you gain 15 pounds.
You gained 50. Well, you were skinny anyway.
Yeah, well, I was working, I work a job. I'm a teacher. I'm on my feet all day. I walk around, chase kids all the time.
Yep.
So it's a pretty active.
I don't know. I tell you what, I've got absolute, complete, utter respect. Always have had utter respect for teachers. After trying to teach my 8-year-old.
Oh, God, with the distance learning.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel sorry for my girl. And I actually learned what a conjunction was.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah. All the stuff that
I
they're
had no idea what
expected.
my whole time growing up in school, I had no idea. But you know how I figured it out?
What's that?
Google.
That's it.
I Googled it.
Hey, and then
Googled
honestly,
it.
what I tell my kids is use your resources. Don't
Yeah.
rely on me. You look it up
That
yourself.
was the answer to everything. If she
show
got
you.
anything wrong, if she had any question, I'd be like, "Oh, look, Daddy knows the answer to that. Like, look, I've got it in my notes here on my phone." I'd
got
go
it
to
in
my
your
notes.
notes.
She was like, "Daddy, that's not notes. That's Google."
She knows what Google is. But no,
She knows exactly what Google is.
No, I went from, doing that, and I did plan on going back to England to visit, my family and taking Sean for the
Yeah.
first time to England. But obviously that didn't happen. So I've
No,
just
admit
been,
it. You just didn't want to introduce your family to Sean, so you planned this whole COVID thing, or just to stop him
Yes,
from
I
going back,
planned
didn't
it.
you? I know.
Yes, no, I planned the whole thing. You're welcome. It was my fault.
So some pluses though is I haven't had to spend any money at the pub. So although I do miss McSwiggins,
I do miss McSwiggins
I
as
do
well. Yeah,
there was a few
I
people
do.
down there for the last match. There was
How
a few
many
people
showed
down
up?
there, Phil, and I think there was like about 8 or 9 of them that
Okay.
showed up for it.
And I'm sure they were practicing their social distancing.
Corey told me he wore a mask.
Oh, good. There you go. Corey's safe, everyone. Good to know.
I'm like, Corey. I knew Corey would wear a mask. Corey,
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
Promised,
they're all grown adults.
Yeah, and I promised my parents I wouldn't go. They're worried, because in England it's a lot safer.
See, they open up pubs.
Yeah.
They've opened up pubs in England now. That's brilliant. I've been following a lot of stuff about this on social media, so I think we might as well go into the old social shenanigans. What do you reckon?
Yeah, go for it.
No, now it's time for
Social shenanigans.
presented by Hammers Poles.
So here we go. And we're in social shenanigans now, which is kind of fun. We actually spent the last couple of minutes trying to decide how Sarah was going to say this.
I need a script. I need my motivation.
You need your motivation. I'm dropping right in it, aren't I? I'm dropping right in it. She's a teacher and she's like, I need my script. I need my notes.
Yes.
So Google it, Sarah. So,
I'll rely on my resources.
are you ready to impart the knowledge that you so beautifully learned in the last 30 seconds?
Yes, I am. I am well. Yes, I can.
No, you're not. I can tell you that. Oh my gosh.
No, thanks to all our social media followers. If you want to find the links, check us out on westhamiswhyidrink.com.
See, there you go. It's called westhamiswhywedrink.com. We know why you drink. See, you only had 2 lines to say and you messed it up. Never again. I knew I should have printed you a script.
Never allowed.
I'm like, she's not going to need a script for 2 sentences. It's West Ham is why we drink, Sarah.
Sorry, I'm a narcissist. What can I say?
Oh my gosh, there you go. Usually we go through some of the tweets and stuff, and I was like, it's just too bloody depressing. It really is. It's so depressing. So, Social Shenanigans is obviously presented by Hammers Polls. They're a great site. So I figured we could run through a couple of their polls, just maybe 2 of them. First one, guess what? You're going to be very surprised at what the subject of these polls are. So the first one is, would you sack Moyes tonight? Yes or no?
Just from those substitutions. Yeah, I would. Truly. Who would we have? I don't know.
I wouldn't sack him tonight.
Would you not?
No, I wouldn't sack him tonight. I would make him sweat and sack him tomorrow. That's what I would do. Let the Scots get sweat. And I did say Scotch instead of Scots. Yeah. So, let him sweat and sack him tomorrow. I'd rather see Nolan run out the rest of the season.
Yeah,
I really would.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I don't think he could do much worse than 3 losses, except maybe another 3 losses. And I've kind of like, I'll just get rid of the old geezer. Yeah. I think he's useless. But let's see what everybody said. 83% said yes, and 16% said no. So I should say 16% are stuffed as arseholes, basically, because the eyes have it in my book.
No,
so,
I would have definitely said yes, no doubt, just after tonight. Because we usually do show up for the Spuds, don't we?
I know. And I think there comes a point where you just have to say, all right, nobody's performing up to what they can possibly perform in. Does that mean then that Moyes is such a dinosaur, like everyone's saying, that he's clueless and doesn't know how to pull it out of him? I just don't know what his tactics are, yeah. Here's the second Hammers poll here for you, okay? And like I said, check out Hammers Polls on Twitter. They've also got a website, hammerspolls.com. And this is the question that I think is really interesting. At this stage, would you take Big Fat Sam back? No. You wouldn't? I wouldn't, no. We don't have a tall lad, do we? At least he had a sense of humour. He did have a sense of humour, true, but I'd like to be able to laugh at something in the match. I'd like to be able to laugh at something and smile at something. Like I said before, I'd have Kevin Nolan take over right now. I'm absolutely with you on that one. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to get anybody anywhere. I don't think anybody would want to take us on. So, although I saw a rumor today on Twitter about somebody posted something that I think was posted in one of the really posh papers over in England, the Daily Star, I think. Yeah, right. Saying that some Emirates consortium is looking at West Ham, at buying West Ham now.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I mean, that rumour resurfaces every time we go into trouble, doesn't it?
No, it truly does. I'll believe it when I see it.
The more I look at it, the more and more I just have to drink more. That's all I'm doing. I've just decided I'm going to have more alcohol in the house over the course of the next 8 weeks, and I'm just going to drink more. I'm
going to blame the alcohol on me missing my one of two lines.
Are you sozzled, Sarah?
Yeah, a little bit. Would you believe that I went to
Sarah?
Sozzled Sarah, yeah. Would you believe that I went to an acting school and I messed up on that?
I didn't know you went to an acting school.
Yeah.
I did too.
Did you?
Which acting school did you go to?
Dreyfus School of the Arts in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, blimey, I went to the drama centre.
We learn something new every day.
I know. There you go. See, I knew there was something I liked about you.
You can't get that from Google.
No, bloody drama queen. So she missed her and she fluffed her lines. So she was probably turning around to Sean saying, what am I supposed to say? Well, come on, prompt, line,
motivation,
line,
come on.
Line. Did you see any of the stuff on Twitter today about Dennis Lepine? He passed away a couple of weeks ago, and they had his funeral today. They had a ton of West Ham supporters. There was a beautiful flowers that all like claret and blue, crossed hammers and everything.
Yeah. No, sorry. Now you're saying that. Yes, I did see the beautiful flowers for it. Yeah.
And then there's a little video that somebody took of all of the supporters standing out it looked like a park that's close to his house, singing Bubbles. And it was just really moving. And for anyone that doesn't know, Dennis he was a scout with the club going way back. And then he didn't drive like the bus for the reserves or the under 23s or something.
He was still involved somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, he used to organise all the away trips from Hornchurch. So real top lad, and commiserations go out to his family out there.
Absolutely.
Good guy. If Adam was here, he'd be like, Wayne, you just want to kill people? So
you're just making everyone sad. Look at you.
I will say that in the USA, the National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. And in England, you can call the Samaritans at 116-123, or otherwise known as West Ham's box office.
One more depressing fact.
What's that?
If COVID did not happen, I mean, that would have been brilliant, right? But if it did not happen, we were scheduled to play the Spud team with no Son, no Kane, and no Dele Alli.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. We were all thinking about that at the time.
Yeah. Well, that'd be an easy win, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
We always show up.
I know. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's just the West Ham way, isn't it? It's like, West Ham being totally West Ham. Yeah, what do you think will happen if, like 5 or 6 players of a team all come down with COVID at the same time? Do you think they'd have to cancel the league?
They must, I'm sure.
I don't know. It's not like. Well, I guess we'll have. I'm hoping.
God. Yeah.
No, I'm not hoping.
We'll have the biggest telly in the championship.
Yeah, we will do.
That's a silver lining for you.
So here you go. You'll get a great view of it because there won't be that many supporters in the stadium watching. You're like, Joel, check out. You're from West Ham. Oh, you got a lovely telly in your stadium. Unbelievable.
Have some popcorn too.
Oh, loves a tub of popcorn. Actually, it was Becca doing the podcast a couple of weeks ago. She sent in a picture for that montage that they're putting up in the stadium with all the fans. She said with a big bowl of popcorn, a big bucket of popcorn.
Yeah.
So I was going to rile her up about that because I think there's no place for popcorn in a football stadium. God, no. So it's meat pie and a mug of Bovril, and that's it for me.
Can you imagine if there was a giant tub of popcorn back in like the 70s, 80s?
Oh, blimey. You'd be like, oi, Puffner, what are you doing with that tub of popcorn?
It'd be on your head.
Yeah, it'd be down the back of your shirt with the butter and everything in it. Oh, good God. Well, it's taken us to the end of our podcast, Miss Sarah.
All right.
Miss Sarah, it's all over and done with. If the people who were listening to it loved Sarah, please spread this around. And if your friends are Sarah and you want to see her on the podcast again, get lots of people to listen to this.
Absolutely.
And if you're not friends with Sarah, please get lots of people to listen to it anyway. And once you finish listening to this, go to Apple Podcasts and please rate and review us, because it would be nice if we got a nice rating. It really would be. So are you ready to get a good night's sleep after all of this?
Sure. What else am I going to do?
The only thing you can do is raise that glass of vodka, and what was that stuff called?
Topo Chico.
Raise your glass of vodka and Topo Chico and say with me, cheers!
Baby bubbles in the air, they fly and so high, like my dreams they fade and die. Oxygen's always hiding, I looked everywhere. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. I forever like bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly and so high, like my dreams they fade and die.